Hey again everyone, this is my third tutorial for tonight, so I'm really working hard at making these during my breaks. So this is going to be on how to make keys in Amnesia. Not only keys and description and stuff which I've already done, it's going to actually cover how to make a key unlock a door. I have had requests for things like a pot of acid to open a padlock and such, and it's much the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let out this tutorial, and if you still need help on how to figure out how to use other items to unlock other objects, I'll make another, but really you should get the gist of it from this tutorial. Okay, so as you can see, this is the map I've been working on my screen. It's kind of hush-hush, but I'm going to, you guys need to see this for me to actually explain what's happening. So here we have a locked door. It's called mansion_1 at the moment, which you can see over here. Mansion_1, and over here we have a key, which is called key_1. Okay, now what we're going to need to do is you need to make those, and to make a locked door, if you just in case you don't know how to do that, come on, level editor, there we go. You need to go into the entity tab of a door and set locked just down here. Alright, and that's all you need to do in the level editor. Just remember the names. So mansion_1 and key_1. Then comes your HPS scripting. So let's minimize that. Here's the script. Now this is my entire script, so you don't need to focus on the entire script, just on the actual script area for this. There we go. Okay, so you've got a add use item callback, right? That's what we're going to be using here. So this is what I want you guys to pay attention to here. So I've highlighted it. Add use item callback. As you might remember from my add entity collide callback, I gave a description of what that was. So this is pretty much the same thing. It kind of works in a similar way, except you need to remember something yourself. Whereas the other one was entity, what the entity was, collide, what you're colliding with, and the callback, what the callback does. This one's a little bit different, but it's just as easy to remember. First of all, this pair of quotation marks at the beginning, just leave them blank, but quotation and then another quotation, no space or anything in between them. That's what it looked like with a space. Don't have that. Okay, add use item callback. You can find this on the wiki, by the way, this script. Simply copy and paste it in. Oh yeah, and make sure it's in the first set of curly brackets at the top of your void on start function area. Okay, so first one is empty. Second one is your use item, which was key_1 if you remember from a moment ago in the level editor. So simply put that in, comma. The next one is the door it's going to work with. So this is kind of similar to your entity and your collide, except it's an item and a collide sort of thing. Mansion_1 is the door you want key_1 to open, as you remember from the level editor. So put that in quotations and move on to the next bit. The final bit is a callback. Just like in the add entity collide callback, where our callback was to make the function happen, this key_on_door is a function name. So key_on_door here will refer to my void key_on_door function down here. Okay. For using a key on a door, make sure after void key on door you have this set of brackets: string and in as item, comma, string and in as entity. I'm guessing this simply means using an item on an entity creates this function. Easy way to remember it, but these, nobody ever remembers these as far as I know. They copy them from the wiki, which is easy to find. Ask around on the forum, or if you ask me, I'll put a link in the description. Okay. Then we have the set of curly brackets, which tells the function what it's going to do. If I'm going too fast for you, watch my add entity collide callback video, and this will all make perfect sense. Okay, so the first thing we want to happen is we want to set the swing door locked. So this function here sets a door's locked attribute to either true or false. True being locked, false being unlocked. Okay, so we are adding this function, set swing door locked, to mansion_1, the door that we're using the key on, and we are setting its locked value to false. That's a boolean value, either false or true. We're setting it to false. When this function is activated by using the key on the door will no longer be locked, so false. True, this bit, I think that is for effect, as in it will play an effect. There isn't really an effect, but I tend to put it to true just in case there is a little something. I'm not sure though, that I may be incorrect, but true works for me. So just remember, you've got false for door locked, true at the end for unknown reason, but it works. Then we want to play the sound of the door unlocking when you unlock the door. So we add a play sound at entity function. These are really easy to use. You leave the first set of quotation marks empty, just like we did as at the add use item callback. Once again, I'm not sure why that is, but it works, and a lot of people do it. The second one is you want to play the sound at entity. So the sound is unlock underscore door. That's going to be the same for everybody because it's located in your sounds folder within your Amnesia root. Simply type unlock underscore door and it'll know exactly what you mean. You do not need to put .ogg, though if you're having errors or problems with the script, try doing that, it may help. Then you've got the final bit, which is entity. So we've told it what the sound is, and it's going to play it at said entity. The entity is mansion underscore 1. That simply means that when you hear the sound, if you have really good surround sound headsets, the noise will come from the door, not from somewhere behind you or something. You've got to specify where you want the sound to be played at. 0 is whether or not it loops or something like that, and then false is also whether it loops or not. It's something along those lines, I believe. But for this specific function, just leave it as 0 and false, and I'm sorry I can't evaluate more. I tend not to learn things that I don't specifically need to know at the moment. But if you want to know, I'm sure there'll be a description of what they do on the wiki. And then the final function we want to call is remove item key underscore 1. That will instantly remove the item that you've specified from your inventory. So a quick recap, we have added the use item callback up here, which uses key underscore 1 on mansion underscore 1, which is the door, and then it activates the callback key on door. Key on door references this function here, which unlocks the door with first line, plays the sound of unlocking the door with this line, and then removes the item, the key, from your backpack. If you do not want the item to be removed from your backpack, simply delete that line of text. And that's all you have to do. Okay, and then just to show you that it works, I will now load my map again. Give me a moment.
Once when I was all alone, I called you and you weren't home. My heart fell like a stone to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about the main menu music, it is quite loud. Oh dear, this looks like one of my older iterations of my map. That's fine. We can still grab the key. I left it inside this kind of safe. Come on. Come on. We will get the key. Okay, we might not get the key. Determined! Oh. Right, well anyway, the key is in there and I assure you it works. If you want to keep on watching me attempt to get that key, just for humour, then you may. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video tutorial. And if you have any errors or problems, please let me know and I will do what I can to help you out. Thank you. Do, 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 do.